Ever wondered what young billionaire women do for fun? Think ice skating and beach escapades. Now I know what you're thinking. These women have all the money in the world. They must be jetting off to space or diving for lost treasures in the Mariana Trench, right? Well, not quite. In fact, they're just like you and me, and sometimes they're even clumsier. Picture this, a young billionaire, let's call her Jane, decides to take a break from the hustle and bustle of her business empire. She trades in her high heels for a pair of ice skates, and let's just say it's a sight to behold. Now, Jane may have the keys to a billion-dollar empire, but she can't quite seem to find the key to balancing on ice. Each time she steps onto the rink, it's like a newborn deer learning to walk. Legs all wobbly, arms flailing about, and let's not forget the inevitable, spectacular falls. You'd think with all the money she's got, she could just hire an Olympic skater to give her lessons, but no, Jane is determined to conquer the ice on her own. And it's not just Jane, there are many like her. These young billionaire women, they love the thrill of trying something new, something challenging. It's not about the money, it's about the experience. It's about stepping out of their comfort zones, and yes, sometimes it's about landing flat on their faces, only to get back up again. So the next time you see a billionaire woman ice skating, don't be surprised if she's not exactly graceful. She might be stumbling, she might be falling, but she's also laughing and having the time of her life. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. And that, folks, is why money can't buy you skating skills. From icy escapades to sandy shenanigans, even billionaires can't resist the allure of a good old-fashioned beach day. Imagine this, a sunny afternoon, the scent of the ocean filling the air, and a beach bustling with laughter and the chatter of a sandcastle competition. Now picture a billionaire woman clad in the most stylish beachwear, getting down and dirty with the sand like a child with a new toy. Our billionaire protagonist, let's call her Jane, decided to leave her extravagant yacht to join the sandcastle building frenzy. Armed with her designer bucket and spade, she was ready for action. Jane thought, how hard could it be? I've built an empire, surely a sandcastle would be a piece of cake. But as it turns out, the world of sandcastle building is a tricky one. While Jane was busy crafting her sandy mansion, a team of 10-year-olds were working tirelessly on their masterpiece. They were quick and efficient, their small hands maneuvering through the sand like seasoned architects. Jane's castle, on the other hand, was more of a sand shack than a castle. Despite her valiant efforts, her creation was constantly collapsing, crumbling under the weight of her expectations. The final blow came when a rogue wave washed away her sandy dreams, leaving her with a muddy puddle where her castle once stood. Meanwhile, the team of kids emerged victorious, their castle standing tall and proud. Yet Jane, our billionaire woman, was not one to be outdone. In a twist of events, she decided to buy the entire beach as a joke, turning her loss into a hilarious anecdote. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of how Jane turned a sandcastle competition into a beach-buying extravaganza. It's a testament to the power of humor and the spirit of friendly competition. It just goes to show that no matter how many zeros are in your bank account, you can't buy skill, but you can certainly buy a beach. So remember, if at first you don't succeed, just buy the beach. You've heard of treasure hunts, but have you ever heard of a billionaire treasure hunt? Picture this. A group of billionaire women who could probably buy a small country if they wanted to, deciding to ditch the glamorous parties and business meetings for a day of fun and adventure at the beach. They're ready to trade in their designer heels for flip-flops and their diamond necklaces for sun hats. But this isn't your typical day at the beach. Oh no! They've decided to organize a treasure hunt. Yes, you heard that right, a treasure hunt. Now you might be thinking, what could billionaires possibly hunt for? More diamonds perhaps, or maybe a solid gold statue? Well, this is where our story takes an amusing turn. Instead of hunting for treasure, our intrepid billionaires stumble upon a sandcastle. Not just any sandcastle, mind you, but the very sandcastle we talked about in our previous anecdote. The one that was built with such precision and detail, it could put a real castle to shame. So there they were, standing around this magnificent sandcastle, with their treasure maps forgotten and their competitive spirits replaced with awe. They marveled at the sandcastle's intricate design, its towering turrets and the moat that surrounded it. It was a sight that would melt the coldest of hearts. But of course, the sandcastle wasn't the treasure they were supposed to find. And as they realized that, a wave of laughter swept through the group. They had spent hours planning and organizing this treasure hunt, and in the end they had found something far more valuable than any treasure. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy. So what did our billionaire women learn from this treasure hunt? Well, they learned that sometimes the best things in life aren't the ones that can be bought with money. They learned that laughter and joy, friendship and shared experiences are the real treasures in life. In the end, the real treasure was the sandcastles they destroyed along the way. What happens when billionaires throw a beach party? Well, let's just say it's not your average barbecue. Imagine the scene. The sun is setting, the waves are gently lapping against the shore, and the soft strains of a live string quartet mingle with the sound of laughter and clinking champagne glasses. This is no ordinary beach party, this is a billionaire beach party. But the tranquility is shattered when a gasp echoes around the beach. The source? A young billionaire who has just realized that her diamond necklace, worth more than most people's houses, has gone missing. The usual beach party games of volleyball and frisbee are quickly replaced by a frantic search. Everyone joins in, combing through the sand, searching the shoreline, and even diving into the ocean in their designer swimsuits. But the necklace is nowhere to be found. The partygoers are about to give up when suddenly a scream pierces the air. The chef preparing the seafood feast has discovered the missing necklace in the most unlikely of places, the lobster pot. Yes, that's right. In the midst of the party, our billionaire had leaned over to admire the lobsters and her necklace had slipped right off her neck and into the pot. Unaware, the chef had been about to serve up the most expensive lobster dish ever seen. The necklace is quickly retrieved, much to the relief of its owner, and the party resumes with an added layer of laughter and excitement. The billionaire beach party will go down in history, not for its opulence or glamour, but for the great lobster treasure hunt. So what's the moral of this story? Well, it's a reminder that even at the most extravagant of parties, things can go hilariously wrong. And it's a lesson that no matter how wealthy you are, you can't control everything. Remember, always check your lobsters for diamonds before serving. After all the beach fun, it's back to the ice for our billionaires. But this time, they're prepared. You remember our billionaire from the first scene, don't you? The one who had a bit of a tumble? Well, she's back, and she's brought her A game. After a few lessons, and maybe a bruise or two, she's ready to strut her stuff on the ice rink. She's got the skates, the outfit, and the confidence to match. But there's a twist in the tale. Just as she's about to make her grand entrance on the ice, she stops in her tracks. You won't believe who's standing there right in the middle of the rink. It's the kid from the beach. The sandcastle king himself. The one who built sandcastles as if he was crafting a masterpiece. The one who had outdone her in the sandcastle competition. And you won't believe this, he's her new coach. Yes, you heard it right. The sandcastle king has traded his bucket and spade for a pair of skates. And he's just as good on the ice as he was on the beach. Our billionaire is taken aback. But she's not one to back down from a challenge. She steps onto the ice, ready to show the sandcastle king what she's made of. She stumbles, she wobbles, but she doesn't fall. She's got the fire of a billionaire and the determination of a champion. And as she glides across the ice, she realizes something. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the experience. It's about the fun. It's about the memories. It's about the laughter. And the moral of the story? You can't escape the sandcastle king, not even on ice.